Shaboom! Welcome to Destiny Children's TV.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Shaboom! Welcome to Destiny Children's TV. We are so glad that you are joining us today. We're going to be having loads of fun together.
But first, you know what we're going to do. We're all going to stand up, we're going to make some space, we're going to use loads of energy, tons of enthusiasm as we worship Jesus together. Are you ready? Let's go.
The fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. You wanna be a banana? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. You wanna be a watermelon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. You wanna be a lemon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. The fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. If you wanna be a cherry, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Okay! Everybody knows that grapes come in bunches, so everybody get in big bunches. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. You wanna be a grape? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.
Who breaks the power of sin and darkness? Whose love is mighty and so much stronger? The King of glory, the King above all kings. Who shakes the whole earth with holy thunder and leaves us breathless in awe and wonder? The King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place. That you would bear my cross. You would lay down your life. That I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place. That you would bear my cross. You would lay down your life. take my place, that you would bear my cross, you would lay down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me.
You guys, well done joining in with worship. You know, we're in the middle of a series talking about what God says about you. Loads of people will say things about you. Some good, some not so good, but actually what really matters is what God says about you. That is what needs to be the most important thing to us. So we've talked about how God created us. Last week we said, you are amazing and you are wonderful. And today I'm going to tell you that you are forgiven. God says you are forgiven. We all do wrong stuff, don't we? We all think wrong stuff. We all say wrong stuff, and we always wish, don't we, that we hadn't done that we hadn't said that we hadn't thought that. We all do wrong things, and we all need to be forgiven for those wrong things. Here's the good bit. You are forgiven. As soon as you say sorry to God, like that, He forgives you. Every time. How wonderful. Let me read this to you. Psalm 103, verses 10 to 14. He has not repaid us for the evil we have done. That's God. He doesn't repay us for the evil that we've done. As high as the sky is above the earth, so great is His love for those who respect Him. He has taken our sins away from us as far as the east is from the west. You can't even imagine. Far as the east is from the west. That's how far He's taken our sins away from us. The Lord has mercy on those who fear Him, as a father has mercy on his children. He knows how we were made. Our memory verse today is that one there, Psalm 103, verse 12. He has taken our sins away from us as far as the east is from the west. We're going to do a great job learning that this week, aren't we? And I want you to remember that as soon as you say sorry, that split second, as soon as you said it, you are forgiven. He chooses not to remember the wrong things that we've done. How wonderful is that? We don't need to carry any of those wrong things around with us anymore. We can say sorry to God and we are forgiven.
Yes, sir. Very well, sir. I'll send him right in. Mr. Kingley will see you now.
Good morning, Mr. Kingley.
Good morning, Clyde. Do you know why I've called you here today?
Is it about my debt?
Precisely, Clyde. I'm very sorry, but we simply cannot continue to give you more time to pay back your loan.
You can't?
No, we can't. Johnson, just how much is the debt as of today?
How much? Let me see. Take the 2, carry the 4, multiply by 6 years. Comes to exactly $2,495,000.65.
Thank you, Johnson. So, Clyde, what do you have to say for yourself?
Could you give me another 6 months?
No, Clyde.
3 months?
Sorry.
1?
None, Clyde. You either pay the bank today, or I'm afraid it's off to prison, my friend.
Oh, have mercy. I'm begging you. I'm so very sorry. Please work out.
Johnson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Since you really don't seem to be able to pay, you don't have to pay the debt.
Please, just give me another... I don't have to pay? Thank you.
Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Please escort Clyde to the door.
You're wonderful. Thank you so...
Johnson and Johnson.
Yes, sir.
I would like you to keep an eye on this fellow for a while, just to see how thankful he really is.
Yes, sir.
Taxi! Bartender, I'll have a large root beer float if you don't mind. Oh, this is my lucky day.
It is?
Yep. You see, I owed the bank some money, and I just told them that I was not going to pay one single penny. When they saw that I meant business, they backed off and dropped the whole thing. That'll be the last time they ever try to mess with me.
Okay.
Hey, you there!
Oh, hi, Clyde.
Hi, Clyde. Is that all you have to say for yourself? Where's that $100 you owe me?
Well, I really don't have it right now. My next paycheck is on Friday. Could I pay you then?
What? I want my money now!
Well, I don't have it right now.
Listen here, buddy boy. Either you pay me right now, or I'm gonna call the cops.
Hello, sir.
Yes? Oh, really? Oh, dear. That's terrible. Bring him to me this instant. What is the meaning of this? I forgave you $2 million? And you turn around and are so harsh to someone who owes you so little?
Well, I was going to forgive him.
Enough. Johnson & Johnson, take this man away to where he will be tried and judged and placed in jail until he learns his lesson. And what about you? Have you ever been treated with kindness and forgiven for your mistakes or failures?
I'm so sorry, Dad.
I forgive you, son.
And then been hard on someone who did some small thing that was wrong or that you didn't like?
You broke my guy. I'll never forgive you.
Forgive, and you shall be forgiven.
That's okay. I forgive you. Come on, let's go outside and play.
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat others as you would like them to treat you.
What a great story Jesus told to help us understand that we need to forgive other people. Just as that bank manager forgave that man for all of his debt, God has forgiven us. But you and I need to have a response to that. We have been forgiven, and so we need to forgive other people for the wrong things that they do to us.
It works a little bit like this. You know, when you do something wrong, we feel really bad about it. And it's a bit like carrying a weight around with you. This one's a noisy weight. Oof. And you got to carry that around with you all the time, because every time you think about it, you feel it a little bit more. Every time it's mentioned, you feel it just a little bit more. But you know, when you say sorry to God, you can let go of it. But if you don't say sorry to God, you're still carrying it around each day. And you know, when somebody hurts us and they say sorry, and you don't forgive them, it's like carrying another weight around. Each and every day, we get angry about it. We don't want to play with them. We don't want to do anything with them. We just feel angry. Well, I want to tell you, you don't have to feel that way. You can just forgive them and remember that you are forgiven as well. Isn't that awesome to know?
In a beautiful meadow, up in a tall tree, there lived a colony of bees. bees were all friends. When they were flying together, sometimes the bees would accidentally run into each other. "I'm sorry," the bee would say. "That's okay." "I forgive you," the other bee would say. And the bees would keep flying together. They went on flower hunts together. They had bee races together. They worked together. And they flew way up high into the sky together. The bees were happy. But one day, something different happened. Two bees crashed into each other. "I'm sorry," said the first bee. "You got in my way," the angry bee said. "I'm not flying with you anymore." The angry bee flew away. "I'll show you," the angry bee said. The angry bee landed on a leaf and waited for the other bee to feel bad. "I'm gonna sit here all day." It was time to go on a flower hunt. All of the bees went looking for flowers together. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." Now it was time for a bee race. They flew as fast as they could, and they all had fun racing. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." Now it was time for the bees to make honey. All of the bees worked very hard, and they made lots of honey together. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf, being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." Now it was time for the bees to fly really high up in the sky. They loved seeing who could fly the highest, and they flew up, up, up into the clouds. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf, being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." But it wasn't working. All of the other bees were still happy. The other bees asked the angry bee to come and fly with them. "No, I'm still mad at him," said the angry bee. "Okay," said the bees. "We'll see you later then." The angry bee started to feel a little bit sad. He missed flying with the other bees. And he wanted to go on flower hunts again and help make honey. "I could be happy again," the bee said. "And I could do all my favorite things. All I have to do is forgive." He thought about it, and then...
I said sorry.
That's it. It's the final straw. He's got to leave my house right now.
What has happened anyway?
He's eaten my shoe again. and now I don't have any.
Wait, does that mean you've been walking around all this time just with one shoe?
Well, yes, what else am I supposed to do?
Well, I don't know. Buy a new pair, maybe? Anyway, you could have worn your frog shoes.
My frog shoes?
Yes, you know the ones that are open-toed. Ha
Oh, Dusty.
Why don't you just buy some Velcro ones? Then Ziggy won't be attracted to the laces.
I'm not buying Velcro ones. They're a rip-off.
Oh, Grandma, that was a good joke you did there.
I'm not even kidding, they are.
Anyway, Grandma, we need to get back to the matter at hand. Were you not listening to the message that Pastors Steve and Vanessa told us? We have to forgive people.
No, that's not what they said. Is that what they said, boys and girls? I said, is that what they said, boys and girls? Oh, it is. Oh, I wasn't listening.
Grandma!
What?
That's terrible. This is why you need to listen to the message every week, because it's important you forgive Ziggy. It's not his fault that old smelly shoes are a delicacy on his planet.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I should forgive him.
You should. Let me go and get him.
Oh, hi, Ziggy. I know you said sorry, so I need to forgive you. Beep boo. Oh, that's better. But don't keep eating things around the house, though.
Who's taking a bite out of my hat?
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have today. And remember the message today about the fact that you are forgiven. God forgives you. We don't need to carry around any guilt or hurt, but we know that we can come to God and we can say sorry.
So thank you for joining us. We hope you have a brilliant week. Get your grown-ups to sign up to our emails at destinychurch.co.uk. While they're there, you can print out today's activity pack. Remember to subscribe here to our YouTube channel, and we will see you guys again soon. Have a brilliant week. You are forgiven by God. How wonderful. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Everybody knows that grapes come in bunches, so everybody get in big bunches. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. You wanna be a grape, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.